Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster. In the last episode, we went ahead and completed the Gold Mine Tower. So now we're on to the last of the challenges in the standard game. So with that, we have Starship Hangar. I know a little bit about this, so I wanted to start before we actually start the scenario here. So let's go through what it is. They filmed some pretty famous movies out here in the desert. Kind of looks like Mars, don't it? The place isn't much in demand anymore. It's all CGI these days. But the company doesn't want to let it go. They want to turn it into a theme park instead. So with this one, I know money is going to be an issue, and I know we need a fireworks display for this one. Now, the point of this, I'm sure, is to create a fireworks display for the park. And as I've said in some other videos, I do like doing most of the stuff on my own. But for a fireworks display, I just am not committed to another park like Starship Hangar here to do something like what a fireworks display would actually take. So what I've done beforehand here is I went onto the Steam Workshop, I typed in Starship Hangar fireworks, and I found a blueprint for one that I can install into the park that supposedly will take care of those challenges to get the stars. So that's something I wanted to bring up here. Before you jump into the scenario, you might want to do that yourself. It's just going to save some time. As I said, when I'm building my own park, I'm going to care enough to actually play around with the fireworks and see if I can make a display that's really worthwhile. But for something like this, where it's just a scenario park, I want to get through the scenario somewhat, especially I'm looking forward to getting on to the Ghostbuster ones right now. So let's go ahead and see if we can get in here and see how easy this is to get with the workshop fireworks display. Alright, so we don't have a ton of money to start with here, and as I said, I do know with this one, money is an issue here. So first thing I want to do is drop the loan payments down to the littlest amount I possibly can per month. We have no staff, we have no attractions, we have no food, we have no anything pretty much. We do have some rides available and such, so that's going to be one of the first things we're going to be putting in is going to be some rides. Everything's going to be focused around this area here, so that's sort of my plan. We've got this design going on here, sort of pretty on the ground, and we've got this sci-fi theming, which is going to play a part in our fireworks display. So let's look over what we have here, then we'll get into the blueprint that I have here for a fireworks display, and we'll go from there. So for easy, we had to build 3 rides with a total monthly profit of at least $1,500. That's not going to be hard. I know there are several rides here that I can use for that. Achieve a park value of $25,000. Don't think that'll be an issue either. Achieve a park value of $60,000. Okay. Build 5 rides with a total monthly profit of $10,000. Again, I'm not too concerned about that because we have a majority of the rides I like to modify the sequences on that are going to take care of that fairly easily for me. Then we get into the fireworks. We'll come back to that. Achieve a park value of $100,000 and build 7 rides with a total monthly profit of at least $15,000. So this could become a challenge here. I don't think it's going to be though. And then we have the 2 fireworks ones. Make a fireworks display that holds 100 guests' attention for 30 seconds, and then make a fireworks display that holds 250 guests' attention for 60 seconds. So really, I'm going to just put the fireworks display so that it goes off every night, because I think that's just the way it should be, sort of like we had with Gold Mine Tower. We're going to go ahead and get it set up to begin with, because it's going to be just sort of a central part of the park here. And what I'm doing is some of the fireworks you can see here sort of in the air, they're going to attach to this spaceship here. So that's sort of how I'm setting up the entire display is based on those fireworks. So now I should be able to get into the fireworks a bit more and move them around some. You see, I want them a little bit further in so that they're actually attached to the spaceship. Alright. I could move them slightly over to the right hand side. maybe just move them slightly back further. I'm going to drop them down just a bit, so that way they're sort of, looks like they're coming out of the things, so they're a part of the spaceship. I think there are also some over here. Yeah, and they're just sort of attached to the spaceship as well. So that works out alright. I'm pretty pleased with that. Then we have the ones that are in the water here. That works out fine. Can't have them as low because I don't want them below the ground. How does that look? That's okay. I'm pretty pleased with that on there. See how the ones on the other spaceship look? They're there. Would be hard to see that spaceship from where the people are going to be able to see anyways, so I'm not too worried about that. And we have speakers and everything here. As I said, somebody spent some time building this display, and I mean, they should be proud of it. I do not recall off the top of my head, I'll be honest, the name of the person who created this display. But as I said, I didn't change the name of it anything here. So if you just look up Starship Hangar firework display, it should be the first one that should pop up for you on the Steam Workshop, and you'll see this image right here. So you'll be able to just plug and play that. They made a really good display here from the look of it, so I'm pleased with that overall. Now let's go ahead and edit this scenery here, if we can. My thing is I'm looking for where the sequencer is, because I'm wanting to... Oh, see, I actually have to push them in further. I hadn't realized that. Or it evidently did not keep my settings when they had moved out. Just taking this opportunity to try to find the sequencer. Those are fireworks. Those are just the dotted line. Where is the sequencer? There it is. Alright. So we know where the sequencer is. That's important. Let's go ahead and push these in. Have them just slightly over to the right. They're not exactly perfect, but you know what? They're pretty close. These are a little bit into the rock wall, but you know what? That I guess will be okay. I more care about the ones that people are going to see more, which are going to be these over here. And it does look like everything's pretty much on the ground. Maybe just a tiny bit lower. Alright, so height-wise, that's perfect. Make it so that they're at least sticking out of the rock a bit. And what I could do is adjust these very slightly myself, just to make them fit exactly where I want. I think I'm going to be good with that. And these are slightly sticking out here, but as I said, that one you don't see as much. But these I don't like the fact that they're now in the wall. Alright, at least the ones there are poking out of the wall. They aren't exactly perfect, but you know what? They're fairly close. And as I said, it's simply the fireworks display to take care of that portion of the challenge. But I did want to set it up right away because of the fact I want to be able to get people. I want to know where I'm going to put rides and such, so I needed to get that taken care of. Let's see, what do we have here as far as path? That's not the path either. That's the path. Alright. So let's go ahead and just put that immediately there. Actually, you know what? It's not the greatest look, but it'll work. Alright. So we've got our pathway there, because I want people to get access very quickly. Alright, let's go into this display sequence here. See if I can remember. No, I want this at specific times, and I want this to be at 8 p.m. I think. 8 p.m. sounds good. So, that should work out. Because we have the sun still up right now. We'll see when the sun sets, and we'll adjust it as need be, but we have that in place. Now let's go ahead and we're going to put in our first ride, which is one of our big rides, because this ride just absolutely gets customers in. It's a huge deal for the park. Basically, I want this right off this area. I don't even want this on a hill or anything. So, we're going to put that right there. We'll put the path. And we're going to have most things in this park being right along this path. So that way people definitely pay attention to what's going on with the fireworks display. Alright, so we've got that in place. Let's go over to this ride. Looks like our color scheme here is going to be sort of tans, blacks, and maybe some blues. Alright, so let's change up the colors on this. Let's go for more of a tan color. No, that's more of an orange. Just pick a piece here, can we? Let's see. Scenery theme, sci-fi. There we go. Just want something so I can get a color off of it. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and put one of these, which piece do I want? Put this here for right now. Get the color that I want. There we go. We'll get all three of the colors off of it. That way we have those. Get rid of it. Go back to our device over here. And we'll get it all painted up the way we want. Alright, so I'm gonna go with a blue as our other color overall. Go with this tannish color there. And go with the gray color, I think. You know what? Let's go with the gray color here. I'll go with the blue as just a subtle color with it. That'll work. Now, as I've said in other parks, Zozo is seemingly the most popular ride of all the rides in the game. Just need to get it sequenced properly, and it will make a lot of money and get a lot of guests into the park. So I just need to get the ride sequence for it here. Pull that up real fast, and then we'll get it started. By now you would think I'd have these memorized, but I don't. Alright, so we need the reverse spin, and then reverse horizontal spin 6 times. Reverse spin, reverse horizontal spin. One, two, three, four, five, 6. And then we need one more reverse spin there. Go ahead and have it start testing. And we are going to put this as $39. Now this particular time, I'm not going to worry about doing the fast pass lanes. We're just going to have standard queue lines here. Definitely want this one to have a full load. Alright, we're going to place the entrance for this ride over on this side. We'll go here, place the exit right there, and then we'll connect the entrance path. You know what? We'll actually use this pathing for once. Haven't used it before for the most part. Sort of found it ugly, but we'll use it this time. There we go. Have that ride start testing. Actually, you know what? Don't even want that to start going yet, because I do want to see if I can get another ride in here before I'm out of money. So let's go, I guess, with the Forge next. I know the Forge is one that'll work. I do definitely want to get the Looper in here at a point as well, but we'll get the Forge set up next. So let's see here. Forge is going to be big drop, fake out drop, inverted drop. Alright. This one's going to take up a bit more space, so we will put it over in this area. Place the entrance over here. Place the exit right here. We are going to need to hire some people here. We will need a janitor for sure. We're going to need a maintenance guy. And we're going to need a security guard to start with. Alright. So let's go here. Let's go with big drop, fake out drop, inverted drop. Then we're gonna go big drop, fake out drop, inverted drop, and then big drop. And then that's gonna be $15.50 only for this ride. Much cheaper than the Zozo, but it's got a bigger capacity as well, so that's a good thing. And once again, it will draw in the customers. We're gonna change up the color scheme. Go with the blue that we're using here. We'll go with the dark gray here. And this one we'll go with that tan color. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and start testing that as well. And then connect the entrance path. Alright. I think that should be a long enough pathway there for it. That'll be good. We are going to need some facilities here. Let's see what we've got in the way of blueprint buildings. Want something that's sci-fi, water processing plant, solar tower, generator, and a fusion tower. Alright, we have a cosmic cow stall. We have the sci-fi toilets, which will be a good thing. We have this sci-fi toilet, which we could fit in. And I don't care if it's somewhat partially into the mountain, that's fine. Alright, that's 503, that's 364, so I can't afford both of them. Huh. You know what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our stalls here to sell things. So we'll put that in with one of these next to it.
Tasty.
See about... We don't have an ATM yet available. That is something I'm gonna need to research. Along with first aid. Definitely need first aid fairly quickly here. So we will get that on the go. Let's go ahead to these stands and set the prices and such for them, because need those things taken care of right away. Let's go ahead and get a lot of each of these in here. And at the same time, I'll see if I can pull up the pricing guide. So, I mean, really, not doing anything ultra creative here, just using the things that are provided to me pretty much. Using their buildings as art design and such. And just going from there, sort of. So let's see. Need the shops and facilities guy. Alright. Struggling to find the guide that I've always used for the different drinks. And there's a lot of junk on the internet now, which is making it harder. Alright, finally found what I was looking for. And I knew that the prices should be up some, so $9.50. Major difference in price, and definitely affects my income, which, as I said, income is sort of at a premium here, so definitely need that to be the case. And then for the chief beef, we're doing $19 and $14. And we'll put everything on there. Alright, we can start letting it play here, because we're going to have those two machines testing for a little bit of time. Real fast, the one thing I do want to add here before I run out of cash is going to be a bin. Definitely want at least a bin here. We'll put one right there, and one over here. Nice space-themed bins. Should work out nicely. Alright, sci-fi bench. Sort of like the look of the couch one a bit more. So we'll put one there, and one here to start with. There we go. Back to the chief beef now. Get it all taken care of. Perfect. That's all taken care of, exactly as I wanted. And we're out of money. No surprise there. Sort of had expected that was going to be the case. We have one guest coming into the park so far. I mean, that's a brave soul because of the fact we have no rides so far open. We just have our 2 drink stands. But as soon as these rides do open, we should start making some profit, which will be a good thing. Hey, we got 2 guests already in here. Perfect. Also want to keep an eye on the time here. So 8 o'clock should be good for the time. Let me see though. Do we have an overview of when the park closes and such? Closing time 7:30. So actually that's not going to work. We need the fireworks display to go off at 7. Good thing I checked that. Now, it won't fire this first time because of the fact that we're broke. But it should fire in the future. Hey, we've actually got people coming in here. That's really sort of crazy to me, since we don't have any rides yet. But you know what? I appreciate their support in my business. have a feeling that the forge will be done first, so I'm sort of keeping an eye on it over the screen, waiting for it to get done. It fireworks did not go off because of the fact that we're broke. That's alright though. We have 10 people in the park, which I'm sort of happy about. How are we doing money-wise as far as the park? Value of the park's getting up there. Just really need these 2 rides to finish testing already. Alright, that ride is now open. Perfect. We can start getting some people to go to it. And the Zozo will open shortly enough, which should help us out. It's one of those where it's like, I do have several rides that I do know will make a profit for me in the long run. It's just a matter of getting through this early time period and getting to where they do. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take out another loan. Let's get that money in. Let's go ahead and put in those rides, since I know they will take care of some of my costs. Let's go ahead and put in a wild blue. Colors on it need to be changed. We'll do that one as the blue. This is the tan. This will be the light gray. This will be the dark gray. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and do the sequencing for this. Hadn't even thought about the fact of putting in another loan there, but you know what? The loan makes sense in this case. So that way I can go ahead and get more rides in and thus get my profit up faster. So for this one, what am I needing? Wild blue is going to be main sequence 4 times, and it'll be $20.50. Right, so 4 times, $20.50. Go ahead and have it start. 20, 50. There we go. I'm gonna put a pathway, I think, in here. Just so I know where my spacing is. Go back to this. Got the sequencing going there. Got the price going there. Need to put in the entrance, which is gonna be over here. And then the exit will be right here. This path is going to go up to a secondary level of rides that are going to be up here along this back area. So let's go, say, to here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just put in that first piece and select the grid. Go there. Actually, you know what? Let's go upwards for first. Not even that far upwards. That way I can put in more shops back here if I want. There we go. That'll be there. Next we'll put in the looper right here. We'll have to make sure they don't collide with each other kind of thing. That's my newest concern there, because I don't want them to be breaking through each other. That just doesn't look good in my opinion. Then the looper is going to be what? Fast loop, fast reverse loop, fast reverse loop, fast loop. Alright, so fast loop reversed, fast loop reversed, and then fast loop. And then the price on this will be $18. Color scheme wise, it's already sort of on point where we want it, so that's fine. Place the entrance in the back here. We'll put it over here. Place the exit right up here by the cabin. I always put it right by the cabin because this is where my technician has to come through in order to check rides and such. And speaking of which, I do want to put these at every 10 minutes. But I need him to be able to get to them effectively without having to spend a bunch of time. That was not what I wanted. Select the grid. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go up one more. Yes, we're doing cattle pen queuing, which isn't the most fun, but you know what? Just trying to get the guests in here and onto the ride right away. Actually, just looking at that, I think I need to make that even bigger. This ride doesn't have a high throughput, so definitely want to make sure we have plenty of cattle pen queuing for all the guests who are waiting in line for it. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that testing as well. What other rides do we have? We've got the Hurricane. And we have Ascendance, which Ascendance definitely gets a decent amount of people interested in it. Let's go ahead and put Ascendance, say, right here. Color scheme wise, we're gonna go with the blue for this. The green will be the gray. Purple is gonna be like a very light blue, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, we'll go with that, I think. Alright. I don't really mess with this one too much. I just leave it as far as what it does because it's popular. And that's all I really want, is just another ride to get people into the park and onto the rides. Not to mention to get people into the park so that that way they watch the fireworks display and I achieve that challenge. That one's ready to open right away. Do I have money for something else? Not really. Alright, well, we've got a good start here. We'll go with what we've got. Then maybe we'll put in something else afterwards. Let's go ahead and get them rolling. 2 are open, 3 are testing. Should start getting us some guests into the park though. And we do have money now in the park as well. Oh, that reminds me. I had wanted to put over here. Sci-fi toilets. Which I just don't have the money for right now. Come on, people. Get to some rides so that way I get some money in. Alright, well, that's going to be a little bit still. Value of the park is still not there yet either, which is a little bit annoying. That one's ready to go now with the Zozo, so that's good. Money is now starting to go up. Perfect. Just so things aren't levitating. That middle ramp can be levitating, that's fine by me. And this one actually... gonna go away. There we go. Get that done right away. Because this is going to become first aid. There we are. Perfect. Make sure that these two don't hit. That was one of my concerns. Hey, they don't. That works out nice. Perfect. That one's open. Just waiting on Wild Blue. Looks like it's about to land. So we'll have it open as well. As I said, that's where it was worthwhile to take out that loan as I did, because we're getting the people into the park for it now, and otherwise we would have been waiting to generate that income. And instead, we're going to generate income quite quickly here. Get some nice seating around here so that people can enjoy the fireworks display. all that's taken care of. Got people in line. Let's do some other research here. We're gonna want a hat stand. What do we have as far as coasters? Oh, we've got a high spin. That could actually be quite interesting in this park. Ooh, the right stuff could actually be a really good coaster for this park, I think. So those two coasters I might put into this park. I'll probably put those into this back row over here. That'll work well for this park, so we'll get that as well. Really, I just want to put that first aid in. We'll probably end this episode. Alright, research project is done. Got that taken care of. Let's go ahead. Gonna get that one. I think that's the Venetian Carousel, and I do like having a Venetian Carousel available. Go with custom this time, and go ahead and get the first aid station. Not the iron scaffolding. Metal alloy wall. Alright. Go ahead and get that color. And put it on there. Alright. So we've got all that going on. Park value is doing decently for right now. We have the 5 rides. They have to generate the 10,000. So that's what we're sort of working on right there right now. We definitely can hit this, I think. So we'll see how that goes here. Might wait till after the beginning of the month here just to see if we hit that goal or not. And also to see this fireworks display. Because we do have 810 guests in the park. So we're good as far as the number of guests we need. Quite a good thing. Let's go ahead and up these prices. Get them done a bit faster. It's interesting. No one's going to Looper really yet. Alright, let's speed it up just a bit. Alright, people are on Looper now, which is good. And soon enough, we'll be able to pay off that first loan that we took out. Which will also be a good thing. 845 people in the park. Pleased about that. We're getting close to the park value that we need. So, don't know exactly what all affects park value, but we'll see about that here in a little bit. Oh, here's our fireworks display. Actually gonna need it to go off a little bit sooner than 7 o'clock, it looks like. Maybe 6 o'clock. Hey, we already got the silver objective done. And we got the bronze objective done. Okay, so it doesn't look like we had the 250 guests for the 60 seconds that we needed, but that we'll probably be able to get here in the future. Not overly worried about it. For one thing is, I'm going to set this to 6 o'clock instead. There we go. So that did achieve some of our goals for us. Alright, Ascendance is a great value. Let's up the price of it a little bit. Let's go up to $15, see how people think that is. And let's see here. We're going to have this, but it's not going to be toilets over here. Actually, you know what? We will have that as toilets. And then we'll have this, which isn't going to be toilets then. Alright. Let's edit the building with selected part. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go into custom here. Let's see. We'll put in there Chief Beef right here. Perfect. And then we got a Cosmic Cow right here. There we go. Now we'll go back over to buildings, metal alloy. There we are. Change its color. And there we are. Then we'll change the signs here. Want the sign. Alright, so Cosmic Cow. And Chief Beef.
Hard over guns. Hey, Sean. Jano on the duva. Lamu walo.
I see what people are thinking about it. Not really. Alright.
Mmm, tasty. Acoustic go!
There we go. Have it a little bit unique there. Customize some. Definitely need some trash cans over here because otherwise people are gonna make a mess. There we go. So we've got all that set up. I do want to hire another mechanic, maintenance person, and security guard. Just so we've got people taken care of here. They still think it's a good value, so let's go up to 17 bucks. And I can look at the price versus prestige here, and I should do that real fast before I end this episode, just to make sure I'm making the money that I can be. Alright, so it's 770 as its number here for prestige. We could do, according to the guide, $23. I'm going to do 20. Let's check the other rides here. 687. I could do 20. People seem happy with it though. So we'll leave it where it is. Don't want the queues too short, but we don't want them to be ultra long either. So there we go. Seems like we got it good there. Got our hats fantastic here, which is perfect. We'll put that in probably near Zozo and stuff because people buy them when they're on rides that they really enjoyed. Zozo is my top ride for that. So we've got that in place. Need an ATM big time. Need to put a few ATMs in the park. Alright. So you know what? Might actually eliminate this piece of theming. Yeah. We'll eliminate that piece of theming. Put this over here. Move this to right there. Get rid of this piece of pathing there. I want the whole building. There's the Cosmic Cow then. We'll put this over here. This will go here, and then we'll duplicate it. So we got one over there. And then we're gonna copy this. Stay right about there.
Tasty.
pause it for a moment. Move that bench. And let's edit this building entirely. Delete that part. Change this in color here in a minute probably. But first, let's get the shop in here that we want. We want the Hat's Fantastic.
That's fantastic.
We'll go ahead and change this to an orange color. Say like that. Little awning on it. There we go. Let's get all the hats available. I want to say it's $14 I can charge per hat, but we'll see here in a minute. Main thing right now is to get some people in. Oh, we have the fireworks display going on again. Still haven't gotten enough people to watch the show yet, but you know what? That's okay. I don't know what this hat is. We'll call it a special hat. Alright, all the hats have been taken care of here. We're good to go on that. So, we've got this nice little park set up to begin with here. We're almost at the value we need for the park. Probably putting in another ride or so will get us this taken care of. Then we just need to continue to up the park rating overall. And we need to get 2 more rides in that are going to get us to that $15,000. Not really a huge challenge here with that. We'll definitely be able to get it once we get these extra rides in, like the cube that we're going to be putting in. And that hyperspin won't hurt either. So, in the next episode, we'll go ahead and add more rides to the park, and we'll hopefully be able to get through the scenario, possibly, with those extra rides. But with that in mind, if you liked what we did in this episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for the next episode of Planet Coaster.